Hello and welcome to Beyond Borders Briefing, where we bring you the latest updates on the world's most pressing issues. In today's episode, we will focus on the escalating conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has claimed the lives of hundreds of people on both sides and sparked fears of a full-scale war. The conflict began on Saturday, October 7th, when Hamas and other Palestinian militant groups launched a surprise attack on Israel from the Gaza Strip, breaking through the Gaza-Israel barrier and infiltrating Israeli territory. They fired thousands of rockets at Israeli cities and towns, and attacked Israeli civilians and soldiers with guns and explosives. Some of them also attempted to enter Israel by sea using boats. Hamas called the attack Operation al-Aqsa Storm, and said it was a response to the Israeli aggression and oppression against the Palestinians in Jerusalem, the West Bank, and Gaza. Hamas also demanded the release of Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails, and the end of the Israeli blockade on Gaza. Israel was caught off guard by the unprecedented offensive, which some media outlets have dubbed as Israel's 9/11. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, declared that Israel was at war with Hamas, and vowed to retaliate with full force. He also warned the Palestinians in Gaza to evacuate their homes, as Israel launched a series of airstrikes on the densely populated enclave. Israel targeted several buildings in Gaza City, including Palestine Tower, an 11-story building that housed Hamas radio stations. Israel also cut off electricity and fuel supplies to Gaza, which could affect the medical facilities that are already overwhelmed by the casualties. Israel also called up army reservists and mobilized its ground forces near the border with Gaza, indicating that it might launch a ground invasion. However, this would carry huge risks for both the Israeli troops and the Palestinian hostages being held by Hamas. The international community has expressed grave concern over the situation, and urged both sides to cease fire and resume dialogue. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting on Sunday, but failed to agree on a joint statement due to the veto of the United States, which supports Israel's right to self-defense. China, which holds the rotating presidency of the Security Council this month, called for an end to the hostilities and for establishing an independent state of Palestine. China also offered to mediate between Israel and Hamas, along with other regional actors such as Egypt and Qatar. As of Monday morning, October 9th, the death toll from the conflict has risen to over 700 people on both sides. According to Palestinian sources, 424 Palestinians have been killed and 2,392 wounded in Gaza. According to Israeli sources, more than 700 Israelis have been killed and 2,156 wounded in Israel. More than 100 Israelis have also been captured by Hamas. The conflict is still ongoing, with no sign of de-escalation or resolution. Both sides have vowed to continue fighting until their demands are met. The fate of millions of people in Israel and Palestine hangs in the balance. That's all for today's episode of Beyond Borders Briefing. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on global issues. Stay tuned for our next episode. Until then, stay safe and informed.